So we shall see what we shall see. Greenville won the game last year against the Wildcats at Greenville, 56-46, 10-point win for Greenville 1 year ago. Tony Flippin, hard to know what to expect from either one of these teams.
All we can look at right now is how tall are they and how many are there. So we're pretty evenly matched up. I see Greenville's got about a 6'6" or 6'7" on crutches, so that I hate it for him, but I'm glad he's not lining up against us tonight because we don't have a 6'7".
Wildcats are going to be somewhat depleted in that they still have some key players on the football team.
Yeah, and no offense to the basketball program, but I hope they're shorthanded for about 3 or 4 more weeks.
Gio Ibarra and James Johnson in particular, two stalwart Wildcat defensive backs, are also Wildcat football players, and they will be a big part of this basketball team when the time comes.
Yep.
As far as I know, well, I do know one. There's one Greenville football player that I know of, and that's Chris Whitus, who was a wide receiver on the football team, and in fact, I think he scored a touchdown against the Wildcats in the game back in September at Gerald Prem Stadium. So we'll be watching for him, although he is not a starter. He's wearing his number 5 that he wore in football, so he'll be easy. Okay, I think we had an interruption there for a moment, but hopefully we are back like we should be on the air with KSST. This is Wildcats basketball. I'm John Mark Dempsey along with Tony Flippin. James Terry is our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jansen, our technical director and video producer. And we have an intern with us again, Carter Kephart will be our intern and primarily involved with producing the videos of the game that you will see on Channel 18 and on YouTube. And of course, this game is streaming tonight live on YouTube. So if you want to switch over to that, you can watch us and also listen to us as we come to you from Wildcat Gym tonight. Tony Flippin, we have a very different position here, which I like a lot. We're sitting behind the scorer's table, which I think is going to give us a whole lot better view of the ball game tonight.
It'll help us with fouls and so forth. We'll see how it works. I like it.
As Tony says, it'll be a whole lot easier to pick up the fouls as the officials come over to the scorer's table and indicate who got the foul. So for the Wildcats tonight, and a lot of these are unfamiliar names to us, but maybe not to you. Jensen Jumper, a sophomore, is a starter. Leland Walker, also a sophomore, will start tonight. Jackson Schubert, a senior, starting for the Wildcats. Corbin Argenbright, whom we know well from last year's basketball team and also an outstanding Wildcat baseball player, and the senior will be starting, and Jenner Hare, the sophomore, is starting. Of course, a lot of you will know the younger brother of Wildcat football star Jackson Hare. And
we've got 2 seniors and everybody else is sophomores, so this is going to be a learning experience.
And we are about to have the center jump, and let's see, the ball is chased down to the Greenville end. And a loose ball picked up, and now another loose ball picked up by the Wildcats coming back the other way. And into the corner on the near side, a three-pointer rims off. And Greenville with the rebound back up the floor. Lions in there traveling red jerseys and pants with a white inset on the shoulder. The Wildcats in their white home jerseys, white pants. Sulphur Springs in blue on the jersey and block letters and gold numbers outlined in blue. And here's a steal by Corbin Argenbright for Sulphur Springs. Driving and scores off the glass.
There we go. That's how to open it up.
Corbin Argenbright gets the first bucket of the home season anyway for the Wildcats, and Sulphur Springs takes a 2-0 lead. Pierre Dunn, the point guard for Greenville. Now they get it down low to Brendan Knoll, and up with the shot that's good.
Got his own rebound, put it right back up.
Game is tied at 2-2. Greenville, full court pressure in the backcourt.
Got to travel.
So the ball goes back over to Greenville. So for Greenville, Parker Jarvis is a starter, 5'8", senior. Pierre Dunn, the point guard. Damian Rodriguez, 5'10", sophomore, or actually a senior. Here's a shot in and out for Greenville.
And rebounded awful good for a long time.
Rebounded for the Wildcats by Jackson Schubert. And we have a foul.
Number 2, that's going to be his first, and of course team's first.
Damian Rodriguez draws the foul for Greenville. Sure is nice to have the referee come right over and hold that sign up right in front of it. Here's a ball taken away in the backcourt for Greenville. A spinning move, and the shot blocked for Sulphur Springs. There by, I think that's Jensen Jumper.
I think so.
Wildcats down the floor. Three-pointer for Sulphur Springs.
Followed it up with a three-pointer. You can't beat that. Block at one end and then a three-pointer.
Jensen Jumper, the three-pointer from the far side as the Wildcats move left to right. Sulphur Springs leads 5-2.
Good defense, forced the man around there, and he stepped on the line. So 2-3 zone defense for the Cats. Pretty active.
Inbounds play for Greenville in the backcourt. Again, the full court pressure here for Greenville.
And Greenville will probably do that all night. They thrive on turnovers.
And across the midcourt line, the Wildcats come with the ball. Taken away momentarily, but Wildcats get it back with Leland Walker, the sophomore, on the dribble. And
it's going to go on number 1, Greenville.
That is Parker Jarvis.
His first, team second.
Number 1, Jarvis.
Other starters for Greenville, Collis Elston, 6-foot guard, is a junior, and Brendan Knoll, a 6-foot senior, is the post player.
Greenville's playing more of a man-to-man.
Wildcats on offense in the front court. Ball knocked away by Pierre Dunn for Greenville, but then goes over the sideline over on the far side. Lions.
Greenville thrives on quickness and getting in the passing lanes, getting turnovers.
Lions remain on defense. Wildcats inbound on the far side with Corbin Argenbright throwing it in. Argenbright gets the ball back. Now another three-pointer here by Jensen Jumper. A little bit short. Loose ball on the floor taken by Sulphur Springs. And that is Corbin Argenbright. Yeah.
Little trash can duty right there. That looked good.
It's his second bucket, and the Wildcats lead it 7-2 over Greenville.
He's one you can feel assured he is never going to take a second off.
And baseline jumper for Greenville is good, and this is Collis Elston.
Yep.
On the left side, about 16 feet out, 7-4. Sulphur Springs leads. Wildcats get it across the midcourt line, and a foul over on the far side.
It's going to be number 10, I believe. Yep, 10.
And
that's going to be his first, team third.
Collis Elston.
Number 10, Elston.
One thing's going to come into play normally for Greenville is they have a lot of fouls and you get to the line. So we'll see how we're doing on free throws once we get to that point.
Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs, working in the front court. This is Corbin Argenbright driving the baseline, back outside now for jumper, the three. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound chased down in the corner for Greenville.
I like what I see out of jumper. He gets good form, gets his feet under him. Made one out of three. Jump ball, going to go to the Wildcats.
Tie ball underneath the Greenville basket, and it will go back to Greenville as they were scrapping after that loose ball. Greenville is coached by Jeff Smith. And a little backstory there, a friend of mine and I coached Jeff Smith when he was in 6th grade in Greenville.
I used to referee him at Celeste and 2 or 3 of the smaller schools, even Trenton, I think. He's made the rounds.
He's a competitor.
Yes, he is.
And here's a shot for Greenville on a takeaway. Off, no good. Follow-up shot, no good. And the ball will go back to Sulphur Springs on the baseline.
Wildcats doing a good job of hustling. I don't think we've had a sub yet. Greenville's moved 2 or 3 of them out, but we're matching up pretty good with them. Greenville doesn't have a lot of height.
Harper Rice into the game for Parker Jarvis for Greenville. Inbounds play for the Wildcats, still working in the back court.
Good patience, getting it across, working it against that backcourt pressure.
Now they get it across to Corbin Argenbright. That's jumper now in the corner for 3, and that shot off by T.J. Jones for Sulphur Springs. Rebound to Greenville, and here come the Lions with 3:42 in the first quarter, and Sulphur Springs leading 7-4. Greenville moving left, right. Nice backdoor cut and pass here.
Number 10 made it. Number 2, nope, 21 on the foul. That's Schubert.
Collis Elston, the backdoor cut basket.
Elston at the line, shooting 1.
And Schubert, the foul for Sulphur Springs, you say?
Yes, sir.
I lost sight of who made that great pass for Greenville. Fantastic pass from outside the three-point arc. And now Elston at the line and makes the three-point play here. He has 5 points, and the early going score is tied at 7. Sulphur Springs has led all the way until now. Full court pressure in the backcourt.
Persistent pressure. We're going to have to be able to pass the ball diagonal.
Argenbright finds a man at the free throw line. Shot missed by Jackson Schubert. Chased out of bounds, and it will go back to Greenville.
3:20 left in the first. There comes one sub. We look like we're decent on height. We look to be about 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", right in there. Across the board.
Lions working the ball in the front court with Pierre Dunn as the point guard, going from his right to his left. Here's a bounce pass up high, knocked away by the Wildcats. A whistle and a foul.
Good hustle.
It's going to be called on Greenville.
24. Noel, that's his first.
Brendan Noel.
And that's the fourth, so 3 minutes left basically in the next foul. We're going to shoot free throws. Like I said, Greenville gets after it.
Argenbright, the inbounds pass near midcourt over on the far side. Wildcats move right to left. Working in the front court here with the ball. And driving to the basket for Sulphur Springs. Jackson Schubert missed the shot. Got his own rebound back outside. And there's a three-pointer for the Wildcats.
Dwayne Ross for 3.
Dwayne Ross for 3. The sophomore just into the game a short time ago, and the Wildcats lead 10-7. 2.5 minutes to go first period. Sulphur Springs in a 2-3 zone, Tony.
Yeah, we'll probably be that, and that caused a turnover. Now they got a tip, so that's going to stay with Greenville.
Ball out of bounds on the near side, but off one of the Wildcats, so an inbounds play for Greenville.
I think we'll play zone pretty well all year, and as long as you're active, that's all right till you get somebody that can consistently hit threes from way out.
Leland Walker about to check back in for Sulphur Springs.
Number 3 for 2-pointer.
Harper Rice for Greenville. 10-9, the Wildcats lead by 1. Corbin Argenbright gets it across the midcourt line. Now up high it goes. Now here's jumper for 3.
Nice.
Nails it.
Nice. That's his second.
Second three-pointer of the first period for Jensen Jumper, the sophomore for Sulphur Springs. 13.
He gets very comfortable. He's not rushing it and look real good.
13-9. Now going for the steal is Jumper.
Called timeout for the Wildcats. We retained the ball, so good job by Coach Mitchum.
Sulphur Springs timeout, and Wildcats lead at 13-9. This is Wildcats basketball on KSST. Levels okay? What happened when we lost the audio? Did you go to a commercial or something, or what? Okay. All right.
Just a 30-second.
Wildcats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. The Wildcats lead at 13-9 with 1:41 left to go first quarter. Corbin Argenbright inbounds to Leland Walker. Here come the Wildcats on offense into the front court. In the corner on the near side. Now to Argenbright driving inside. The runner from 10 feet won't go. And the rebound to Greenville.
A lot of contact. I thought Argenbright could have gotten a free throw there, but no foul.
Parker Jarvis, the point guard, got the rebound, brings it up the floor. Greenville now working in the front court, and they try to go down low here to Emmanuel KMB, and he loses it over the baseline. And the ball goes back to the Wildcats. Argenbright inbounds for Sulphur Springs. Still working in the backcourt. Now gets it across the midcourt line to Dwayne Ross. And down low it goes for Sulphur Springs. And a basket off the glass from about 4 feet out. Is that Dwayne Ross again? That's TJ Jones with that one, Tony. TJ Jones with the basket there for Sulphur Springs. 15-9. Wildcats lead by 6, under a minute to go first quarter. Greenville in the front court with the ball moving left to right. Down low, they go back outside, a pass underneath, and taken away now by Sulphur Springs. That is TJ Jones.
I've got that as Dwayne Ross, number 10.
You're right. And here's a shot from way outside, air ball. And it's taken by Pierre Dunn for Greenville, coming back up the floor. 10 seconds in the quarter. Wildcats lead 15-9.
A pretty good opening quarter by the Cats with a bunch of sophomores and 2 seniors.
Ball knocked out of bounds over on the far side. Greenville will inbound on the near side, near midcourt. This is Collis Elston who will throw it in with 5.7 seconds showing on the clock. Wildcats up 15-9. And he goes to Pierre Dunn. Dunn going to his right. Now finds a man on the high post. And that is Brendan Knoll, who misses at the buzzer. And we go to the second quarter with Greenville down to Sulphur Springs 15-9. This is Wildcats basketball on KSST. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you've got a full minute.
Okay.
You're hearing more static? Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
So I got Jensen Jumper with 2 threes.
Right.
Dwayne Ross with a 3 and a 2.
Oh, and a 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you gave it to Tremaine Jones.
Okay, right.
Should have been there. And then Argenbright with 2 2s.
Okay, fine.
On Greenville, I got Rice with a 2, Elston with a 2, 2 2s and a free throw, Noel with a 2.
Right. Going to the second quarter, this is the home opener for the Greenville, or for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats tonight against the Greenville Lions. Wildcats lost to Canton 69-67 in overtime Saturday afternoon.
I don't have a clue, but normally Canton's a pretty good ball team. So to go on the road right there, that could speak well. Like I say, this is just like last year's team in very active in that zone. A lot of people think you kind of play a zone as a give up. Our Wildcats do not. They are very, very active, and they hit the boards. And we had very few turnovers in that first quarter for it to be the opening game of the season, or second.
Right. Greenville has not played a game. This is their season opener. So the Lions inbound at midcourt. Moving from left to right. Driving the baseline. Now back outside. Going inside, back outside, and a three-pointer off the mark, and the rebound to Sulphur Springs. And
good hustle.
On the rebound there for the Wildcats, that was
32. Deshaun Craddock.
Deshaun Craddock, yeah.
That was on number 3, Rice.
Number 3, Rice, first of the second quarter. I believe that's going to be his second. No, it's his first.
I've got it as his first. So Jensen Jumper, who had two three-pointers in the first quarter for Sulphur Springs, will inbound right in front of us here. This game is streaming on YouTube, by the way, if you'd like to look in on it. You'll see our new low camera angle from behind the scorers table. Wildcats get it in. Sulphur Springs moving in the front court. Nice move there behind the back by Leland Walker. Now Jumper driving and lays it in from 12 feet. Little runner there by Jensen Jumper, and that gives him 8 points here in the first half.
Not scared to shoot the ball. I like what I see out of him.
17-9, the Wildcats lead it. Three-pointer attempt by Greenville.
Number 4.
It's Leland Walker
with his first. So that's going to be a shooter with number 10. Nope, number 3 going to the free throw line.
Harper Wise will shoot for Greenville. Wise had a 2-point basket in the first quarter. Eyeing the basket, shot on the way, perfect.
He looks good at free throw line.
Harper Rice, a junior for the Lions. Greenville last year 14-19 for the season. Jeff Smith, the head coach in his third year at Greenville, shot 3 times on the rim and falls. Good rotation on that.
Yep.
In the backcourt, nearly taken away. Full court pressure still employed by Greenville. And Wildcats still have it in the backcourt. Have to look out for that 10-second call. Finally get it across the midcourt line. And now they go into the corner, back around, outside, Walker. Jumper for 3, nails it. Wow, Jensen Jumper.
Feed the hot hand.
11 points in the first half, including 3 trays for Jensen Jumper, the sophomore.
Very good ball movement. Took it around the horn, took it inside and back out. That's when you get your most open shots.
20-11 Sulphur Springs. There's a 2-pointer.
Elston.
By Collis Elston from the left elbow. And it's 20-13, a 7-point Greenville or 7-point Sulphur Springs lead. And Wildcats finally get it across the midcourt line.
Yeah, they're having a little trouble.
Go up high, and then now they drive inside. The ball taken away for Greenville. Here come the Lions up the floor into the corner on the near side for 3. Got it.
3.
And that is Harper Rice.
That's their first 3 of the night, I think.
And the Greenville deficit is cut to 4 points.
We're having a little trouble getting it across, too. That pressure's hurting us.
And now they get it across the midcourt line, but now it's taken away again for Greenville, and the breakaway at the other end, and the layup good by Pierre Dunn. And the Sulphur Springs lead cut to 2 points, 20-18 with 5:36 left to go in the first half. This is Wildcats basketball on KSST.
Full timeout.
Two spots here, James. You still hearing the static you were talking about? You are hearing static? Wildcats basketball on KSST. Sulphur Springs leads 20-18. Tony, I didn't write it down. Do you remember how big the Sulphur Springs lead was a short time ago?
It was 15-9 at the first quarter.
15-9, yeah. They had a bigger lead than that, I think. Not too long ago.
We're struggling getting it across the 10-second line, and the last time when we got it stolen, we made the cardinal sin of picking up the dribble as soon as you cross half court. That half court line doesn't move. You cannot kill your dribble right there. So early season mistake. That's okay. Still very few turnovers for the Wildcats.
You consider it a man-to-man press that Greenville's running?
Yeah. It starts out of the zone, but they're going to get him. And there's a number 5 is going to get that foul.
Wildcats get it in, but there's a foul called on I don't see a number 5 for Greenville.
Whitus.
Yeah, there is. You're right, Whitus. No, that's right. That's the football player. Yeah, Whitus is in the ball game. Good wide receiver on the Greenville football team. Wildcats get it across the midcourt line. They lead 20-18. Corbin Argenbright up high. Now over to Leland Walker. Left-hand dribble. Runner has the shot blocked, but there's a foul called. And this will be a 2-shot foul for Sulphur Springs.
24, Noel. That's his second foul. That's team's third. Number 4, Leland Walker, is going to get 2 free throws. First one misses. This is the
first shot. Leland Walker, a sophomore. A lot of these guys new to the Wildcat varsity.
Yep.
In fact, really, Corbin Argenbright and T.J. Jones, only 2.
1 out of 2.
Makes the second shot. Gio Ibarra and James Johnson will be on the basketball team once football season is over. 21-18. A 3-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Lions on attack. Over on the far side with the ball is Pierre Dunn. Gets it down low, shot up, and we have a foul.
That's too bad because he was out of position, but we couldn't lay off. 24, that's going to be Argenbright. That's his first.
And a 2-shot situation here for the Lions. 24, Brandon Knoll, a 6-foot senior post player. Shot on the way, and this one off the back iron, no good. Knoll had a 2-point basket in the first quarter for Greenville. 21-18, Wildcats lead by 3. 4:58 to go to halftime. Knoll bends his knees, shot, bounces off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound for Greenville. And the putback, Damian Rodriguez.
That's too bad.
21-20, the Lions down by 1, and we have a foul as Sulphur Springs comes back up the floor. Matt Suarez.
That's their 4th, so 4:46. We didn't get into the bonus in the first quarter, even though we were poised, but I figured we're going to get it here since that's it.
You go to the bonus on the 5th foul of the quarter in high school basketball, and then you shoot 2 shots. Corbin Argenbright, great pass. Backdoor cut to Jackson Schubert for the basket.
That's senior leadership right there.
Schubert off
over and then dish.
Schubert driving and laying it off the glass. 23-20, 3-point lead for Sulphur Springs, but there's a 2-point jumper from the right elbow. Damian Rodriguez, his first basket. And it's 23-22. Sulphur Springs up by 1, and there's a 3-pointer for the Wildcats. That's Leland Walker.
I thought he was rushing that one, but he hit the bottom of that net, so we're going to say okay.
26-22, the Wildcats up by 4. Here's a 3-pointer for Greenville. Rattles off, and the rebound, Corbin Argenbright for Sulphur Springs. And has it taken away, and there's a easy layup at the other end by Damian Rodriguez.
Made up his mind where he was going, and Rodriguez just cut in. That's okay.
26-24, Sulphur Springs almost taken away for Greenville, but Argenbright gets it back. Across the midcourt line they go. Argenbright on the near side, angle. And here is a 3-point attempt for Sulphur Springs by Jackson Schubert, way off, rebound to Greenville. And that is Emmanuel Kayembe with the rebound. Chris Whitus driving the baseline, right side for Greenville, and we have a foul.
25, Hare.
Jenner Hare, the younger brother of Jackson Hare, into the ball game and draws the foul here for Sulphur Springs.
Sulphur's third. Greenville has 4. Going to be ball out under the goal for Greenville.
Inbounds play on the baseline just to the right of the basket as we look at it. Way outside they go. Driving inside and nearly traveling but not traveling. And then kicking it back outside for Greenville was Damian Rodriguez. Here's a long shot from the far side off the iron, no good. Here come the Wildcats on the offensive end. Argenbright driving the baseline left side, air ball.
Kind of rushed that one a little bit. We didn't have any support for a rebound.
Harper Rice got the board for the Greenville Lions, trailing 26-24, 2.5 minutes to go first half. And a three-pointer for Pierre Dunn for Greenville. And the Lions take the lead for the first time, 27-26. Here's a trap at midcourt for Greenville. Wildcats beat it into the front court. Under 2.5 minutes to go. Driving the baseline for Sulphur Springs. Turning and shooting. Beautiful Jackson Schubert.
Off of the board. Big turnaround. That's a great shot.
Turnaround jumper from outside the free point or the free throw line. And the free throw lane about 18 feet out.
Very entertaining game right now.
In and out, the three-pointer by Pierre Dunn. Rebound, Sulphur Springs. Argenbright. And a whistle and a traveling call.
Knocked it out of his hands, and he couldn't get it without traveling. So
Sulphur Springs up 28-27. Greenville briefly had the lead, but the Wildcats got it right back on that nice basket by Jackson Schubert just a short time ago. Dwayne Ross about to come in for Sulphur Springs. A minute and a half to go in the half. Pierre Dunn on the dribble. The point guard kicks it back outside. Three-pointer rims out. And we have
jump ball. Great job.
A tie ball, and it will go to Sulphur Springs.
I think that was Hare that went back and on the rebound and hung in there, and now it's going to be our ball underneath backcourt. Good hustle.
Jenner Hare leaving the game. Inbounds play coming up for Sulphur Springs here. Corbin Argenbright gets it in on the baseline. And Greenville lets up a little bit on that press here.
Yeah, but they're just trying to pin them right at half court.
Argenbright, top of the circle, drives, pulls up, back outside for three, in and out.
That was a good shot. That was
shot
good in and out
by Jensen Jumper, who's had three-pointers in the first half, and Greenville gets the rebound. Lions into the front court with a minute to go. Sulphur Springs leading 28-27. And Wildcats have a little trap over on the far side, but Greenville gets out of it. Here is a jumper from 12 feet off the back iron for Greenville. Loose ball picked up by the Lions. Pass underneath. Taken away by Corbin Argenbright. A whistle.
I think that's going to be on 10 red, and it should be a shooting foul for Argenbright. Yep, 10.
It's Collis Elston.
That's his second.
Yep.
Team's fifth, so Argenbright's going to get 2 shots at the other end.
28-27. Sulphur Springs leading.
Very entertaining.
Well played game, I'd say, for the first ball game.
For the first ball game,
for Greenville, and only the second for Sulphur Springs' first home game for the Wildcats.
Of course, to us, it's no names out here. We're going to learn them, but very pleased. I knew the roster would get flipped.
Argenbright twice on the rim, won't fall. Corbin Argenbright, outstanding player for the Wildcats last season, and excellent Wildcat third baseman and pitcher on the baseball team. Here's the next shot, and this one rolls around and falls. Argenbright with 5 points here in the first half. 29-27, 40 seconds to go in the half. Pierre Dunn, the point guard for Greenville.
Yeah, that is going to be on number 2, which is Jumper. His first.
Jumper. A lot more fouls called on Greenville here in the first half than Sulphur Springs.
But we've only shot 1 free throw. Greenville's done a decent job of getting to that point and then holding it.
Pierre Dunn inbounds on the baseline to the right of the Greenville basket. They get it in. Here's a three-point attempt for Greenville, way off the mark. And the offensive board taken there, however, by Brendan Noel, and he scores. Banks it off the glass from 5 feet. 29-29. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Shot missed, but the offensive rebound taken. Back outside, Argenbright now with the shot. Rattles off, no good. Rebound for Greenville by Damian Rodriguez. Here come the Lions with under 10 seconds to go. Into the corner on the near side. Driving, shot blocked. But we have a foul.
I thought he might have got that. That's going on 32. That's Craddock. That's his first. That's going to be a shooting foul.
Deshaun Craddock, Wildcat sophomore, gets the foul. And so going to the line,
11.
Anthony Zarita to shoot 2 shots for Greenville. And he makes the first one perfect. And the Lions take a 30-29 lead with 1.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Zarita, a second shot coming, fouled in the act of shooting. Shot on the way and misses that one off the front iron. Loose ball chased around, and that's the buzzer. So as Tony said, very entertaining, fast-paced first half here. And obviously closely contested, 30-29. Greenville has the lead after the Wildcats led throughout most of the first half. This Wildcats basketball on KSST. Well, it's however long it is. I mean, but you can run a 2-minute break right here if that's what you're asking.
They put 10 minutes on the clock.
10 minutes. Yeah, you can do 2 minutes. The only thing I can think of, the static that you were talking about, James, is that Matt accidentally knocked the camera over but caught it. I don't know if that might have caused something to dislodge. We don't hear any static in our headphones here. Okay. I'm going to go down and check the foul.
Okay. Huh?
I'm going to go down and check on the fouls.
All right, we're back here at Wildcat Gymnasium with a 30-29 Greenville lead at halftime. Got 8 minutes to let the boys get their breath and get ready to come back out. Opening game of the season and pretty well played so far. Not a lot of turnovers. Greenville is full court pressing all the way around, and we've handled it pretty good. We got 2 or 3 turnovers there in the second half of the second quarter, but for the most part, we're taking our patient stance, breaking the backcourt press and getting in there. The only thing I see negative is we're getting out-rebounded on Greenville's offensive board. They're a little more aggressive right there.
Checking on the fouls, and we were pretty close. Jensen Jumper has 2 fouls rather than the 1 that we had him with, Tony.
Does he? Okay.
Leland Walker has 1. Yeah. Jackson Schubert has 1. Corbin Argenbright has 1. Jenner Hare 1, and Deshaun Craddock.
Okay.
1 for Greenville. Parker Jarvis has 2. Damian Rodriguez has 1. Harper Rice has 1. Collis Elston has 2. Chris Whitus has 1. Matt Suarez has 1, and Brendan Knoll, their center, has 2.
Okay.
So the scoring now, I'll have to do this kind of on the fly. Boy, Jensen Jumper impressed us with 3 3-pointers in the first half and a conventional 2-pointer, so he has 11. We've got Leland Walker with 4.
Yep.
Dwayne Ross with 5, and I incorrectly took one of his baskets and gave it to T.J. Jones at one point, so we have Dwayne Ross with 5. Jackson Schubert with 4.
Yep.
Corbin Argenbright with 5.
Yep.
Okay. And for Greenville, we have Pierre Dunn with 5, the point guard. We have Damian I've got one on. Got Damian Rodriguez with 6, perhaps.
That's what I got.
Okay, right. That makes sense. Then we've got Harper Rice with 7. Collis Elston with 7.
Yep.
Anthony Zarita with 1.
Yep.
Brendan Knoll with 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that should be.
They had a 21-point second quarter, so we got to get that cleaned up. 2 or 3 of those were hustle putbacks, so we've got to get the rebounding. That's the one thing on a zone. Sometimes you don't put a body on somebody underneath. You kind of figure you've got numbers, but if somebody slips through, they can steal it from you.
Yeah. Wildcats' next game is at Van next Tuesday. They do not have a game Friday. I suspect they left Friday open anticipating that Wildcat football would be.
Yep, they should. They should.
So there is no game Friday for the Wildcat basketball team. Next home game is Tuesday, December 9th against Athens, and we'll broadcast that game for you. Lady Cats are at Gilmer tonight. That game was originally scheduled as an afternoon affair, but at some point it got moved to a night game. And their next home game is versus Caddo Mills Tuesday, December 19th. And we will have that broadcast for you. Actually, let me check to see if that's the next home game or that's the next night home game. I think they have some other.
Yeah, they had a couple of afternoons the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're right.
They were 1:30 or something like that.
Right.
So
the next night home game is the 19th or the 19th against Caddo Mills. That'll be our next broadcast of Lady Cats basketball. Of course, Wildcat football team taking on Alvarado Friday night at Children's Health Stadium in Prosper, which is a spectacular high school facility, one of those unbelievable high school stadiums they have built.
I'm looking forward to that. I didn't get to go last year. This is 1 year anniversary of my knee replacement, so I couldn't have cared less last year.
Well, you missed a great game.
Yeah.
As Alvarado won it 42-39, I believe it was.
Something like that. Maybe I can get them over the top this year by attending the ball game.
Well, I think that there might be something to that. Alvarado, Tony, is 10-0. But I tell you, I was doing a little calculation on it today before I talked to Brandon Faircloth this afternoon. I believe their average score is 66-12.
But they play nobody.
That is the thing.
This is how anal I am. I wanted to find the entire state of Texas, all those scores on a spreadsheet, because I want the average score. Because I guarantee you, week 1, the average score is probably going to be a 25-point or more victory because we got so many lopsided scores.
In the bi-district round, you mean?
Round 1.
No, it was.
And I still may find that, but I'm not going to put them down myself.
Well,
if I can figure out a copy and paste, I'm going to do it because I my theory on round 1.
Yeah, well, and I share that. I think there's too many teams in the playoffs, and of course, if you're going to have 3, you would have to have 4. So it wouldn't do to. I suppose you could have some buys.
They had some buys before, but
there's
too much. Football's too big to have participation trophy, and that's what it is when you got 1 against 4.
Now, another interesting thing is that Alvarado comes out of I believe it's 6-4A Division I. Their teams in the bi-district round went 1-3. Alvarado was the only one that won a game.
And we were 4-0.
4-0. Sulphur Springs 7-4A.
And even
Division I.
even Paris, I believe, had the least score, and it was probably a 25-pointer.
Yeah, they easily handled Dallas Lincoln. So
who was the number 1 seed.
So I don't think there's any doubt Alvarado's a talented team.
Yeah.
But
they're not a 65-point-a-day juggernaut. I don't think. And then I pretty well guarantee you they haven't played a Sulphur Springs defense.
No, I can assure you of that. No.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great atmosphere. I think the rain's supposed to leave Thursday. I think it's supposed to be upper 60s or something like that, so it should be comfortable outdoors. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great ball game.
It was a great game last year, and again, their offensive statistics, when you look at them, are just eye-popping.
Yep.
Similar to what they had last year, but they were more than a match for the Wildcats last year. But who has gotten better? Has Sulphur Springs gotten better over the course of the year, or has Alvarado? Well, that's what's going to be interesting.
And the thing that's so good about Sulphur Springs is you take your star quarterback out week 1 in district, and everybody's kind of down, and we really come up. Cooper has done just a yeoman's job, and at this point, the team has confidence in him. It's not that it was lack of ability. You got to have a team that says, "Oh no, our quarterback's down," or you got a team that says, "Next man up can play."
Yeah,
and that's what we're doing, and he's proved it.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Mason Cooper, who stepped in for Deuce Timmons, the great Wildcat quarterback, when he went down on the very first play from scrimmage in the Salina game. But Wildcats, other than losing that game to Salina, have not missed a beat.
No.
So we are ready to go here with the second half, as Greenville will have the ball. And they will be moving from right to left. Again, we are sitting behind the scorers table and enjoying it very much here this evening. And if you're watching on YouTube, you are seeing that angle from behind the scorers table and close to the court. So Greenville gets the ball to start the first half, or the second half, and they move into the front court, leading by 1, 30-29.
Wildcats have not done any backcourt press that I have seen. We're just sitting in with that 2-3 zone.
Driving the baseline for Greenville is Collis Elliston.
Schubert. Second personal.
Yep, Jackson Schubert, the senior. Foul for Sulphur Springs, but it's an inbounds play on the baseline to the left of the Greenville basket as we look at it. They get it into the corner over on the far side. And now back outside it goes. A three-pointer is off, but Greenville the offensive board, and the putback is good.
That number 10. I think that was Elston.
Collis Elston. It'll be 9 points for him, and Greenville has their biggest lead at 3. 32-29, in and out. The three-pointer by Jensen Jumper for Sulphur Springs.
That looked awful good. I like his stroke.
Lions working on offense in the front court. They swing it around the perimeter. Sulphur Springs remains in a 2-3 zone.
And realize how many sophomores we got sitting in here.
Three-pointer off the iron, no good, by Pierre Dunn. Here come the Wildcats back up the floor after the rebound. Argenbright driving the baseline, misses a shot, gets it back, and follows the shot, but that one rolls off. And
Tough
here come the Lions.
Tough luck. Good hustle by Argenbright. That's some walking, and we got it.
Traveling call against the Lions, trying to drive the baseline over on the far side. Tyler Mitchum, the head coach for the Wildcats in his second year, standing in front of us here, conferring with one of the officials. 32-29, Wildcats in the backcourt still contending with this Greenville full court pressure. Finally, they get it across the midcourt line. Into the corner it goes, whip it back outside, around to the far side. The three-pointer by Argenbright, too long, and rebound to Greenville and a foul.
It's going to be 21 again.
Jackson Schubert.
That gives him 3. That one you don't want in the backcourt on a rebound.
32-29, Greenville leads.
That's a discipline foul. I'm going to get Schubert out.
Deshaun Craddock about to come in.
Didn't get it in time. We'll keep going.
Yeah. Deshaun Craddock will come in momentarily at the next buzzer.
That's offensive foul on number 1. That looked like a pulling guard.
Parker Jarvis. I have that as his third foul.
Third, yep. Their first.
Oregon Bright will inbound in front of us here.
We just got to get a little bit more crisp in our passing and getting across that mid-court line.
Goes to Jumper, to Walker. And loose ball picked up by Oregon Bright. Turns and shoots from the right heel and gets his own rebound. Banks it off the glass for the bucket.
He will stay with it till there's no other options. So good job.
7 points for Corbin Argenbright. And the Wildcats down by 1, 32-31. Pierre Dunn has it taken away for Greenville.
Cut across that passing lane.
And here come the Wildcats. And Argenbright, a little too aggressive on the drive, gives up the ball. Lions get it back. Dunn on the run. And he has the ball knocked free. It's picked up by Sulphur Springs. Here come the Wildcats. And that is Jumper. Jensen with the runner in the lane, won't go.
Little Hully Gully should pull that out. Get yourself set up. Don't go when you don't have the numbers.
Damian Rodriguez brings it across the midcourt line for Greenville. Lions lead at 32-31. Over on the far side it goes. Wildcats in their zone defense down low on the baseline. Jumper from 12 feet, no good, but Noel with the offensive board for Sulphur Springs back up with a little mini hook there. And puts it off the glass for the bucket. And the ball knocked free as the Wildcats get it in, but it's going to go back to Greenville, or go back to Sulphur Springs off Greenville.
Yeah, it looks like it's still our.
Noel has looked pretty strong.
Yeah, I thought he might have been on the back on that rebound, but he got by with it. He's the only big body that Greenville has.
Argenbright flirting with the 5-second call there on the inbounds play on the baseline. Wildcats finally get it across the midcourt line. Driving the baseline, that's Hare. Back outside to Argenbright, now to Jumper, driving, pulls up, shoots from 16 feet left side, good.
Good job of just staying under control. Again, I like what I see out of Jumper.
Good-looking young player.
Yeah, sophomore.
13 points in the game. 34-33. The Lions down by 1. Greenville misses a shot, but they get it back. And the ball knocked free, but picked up again for Greenville by Damian Rodriguez, and his shot no good, and rebounded for Sulphur Springs by Deshaun Craddock. Here come the Wildcats. And here's Jumper, left side three, got it!
Nice.
Whoa.
He has got a smooth stroke. I think we're going to enjoy that this year.
16 points in the game. He has
his fourth three.
Yeah. And the Wildcats regained the lead at 36-34. Here's Rodriguez, way off the mark with a three.
Here we go.
And Argenbright with the rebound off the floor, ahead to Craddock, off the glass for 2, and the Wildcats lead by 4 again.
Who was that, Craddock?
That was Craddock.
Good pass by Argenbright to lead him, and he finished.
4-point lead for Sulphur Springs, and good defense here by the Wildcats.
Leland Walker forced it off of the Greenville foot, and they lost it out of bounds. So we're putting a little defensive pressure on them and giving them a little dose of their own medicine. 3:15 left in the third. We're up 4, 38-34.
I was wondering where our inbound player was, and he had to chase the ball down in the
Some of those refs won't go get the ball.
That was Corbin Argenbright, so we had to wait there for a moment. Wildcats get it across the midcourt line. This is Jensen Jumper. Back to Walker, back to Jumper, to Craddock, and breaking down the lane is Jumper. A pass inside to him, but there's a whistle.
Stepped on out of bounds for Greenville. They kind of stepped in to steal it. That was a good give and go. Yeah. They had it at the corner of the three-point line, threw it in the corner, went in and got it right back and had a layup, but we just couldn't quite finish.
Wildcats inbound on the baseline to the right of the Wildcat basket. Walker gets it in. They swing it around. So on the far side it goes. And now Craddock into the lane, into the corner.
Movement.
Yeah, a lot of ball movement here. And now we have a traveling call against Sulphur Springs. Was that Arden?
Hare just kind of got, he thought he had a body against him, and they moved, and sometimes she shuffles. So really good ball movement. It's a shame we didn't get an open shot out of that, but I like that movement.
Wildcats lead 38-34, 2:38 left to go in the third quarter. Greenville into the front court, working on that 2-3 Sulphur Springs zone. Here is a three-pointer for Greenville, rattles off, and there's a pretty blatant foul there for Sulphur Springs.
On Craddock, and it's
that will be his second foul.
Second.
Kind of reached out and shoved.
I've got it that's our third.
So going to the line, that is Harper Rice, who has 9 points in the game. Shot on the way, good. He's got a nice stroke there.
I've missed two of him. I've got him, that'll be 8. So
he had a basket early in this quarter.
I may have given that to Elston.
You know what, you might be right about that. And here's the second shot good. I think I may have just put it down on the wrong line.
I had it with Elston.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Either way, 2 points on the free throws. They're getting that full court press, so we're getting a lot of training off of that full court press.
38-36, Sulphur Springs leads it. Wildcats beat the press into the front court. That's Hare, I believe, in the corner. And down low it goes to Argenbright for a layup off the glass.
That was nothing but effort. He was not going to let that ball get away right there.
9 points for Corbin Argenbright, 40-36. The Wildcats up by 4. Whose timeout?
I don't know. It looks like maybe Argenbright might have got hit in the nose or something. He's going to the locker room with the trainer.
Oh, I see, right.
So great job by Argenbright. So this may just be an extra timeout for whoever. 40-36. That was vintage Argenbright there. He was down about at the 3-foot level against the floor, just going bulldoze, and ended up with the ball.
Yep. Wildcats led, or actually Greenville led at halftime, 30-29. Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 15-9. And now Sulphur Springs
36 right now
has regained the lead at 40-36. 2:09 left to go in the third quarter. Here comes Greenville.
We'll have a barn burner toward the end and see if these young cats can hang. Because Greenville's surely not in the playoffs. They got a full complement of their basketball players.
Greenville on attack. Here's a three-pointer to the bottom of the net for Greenville by Collis Elston.
That one looked pretty good there.
And that gives him 12 points in the game. And it's 40-39. Sulphur Springs a 1-point lead. Wildcats in the front court with the ball. In the corner on the near side. Now a pass to just outside the free throw lane. Around to the far side in the corner. Wildcats, a lot of passes here.
Good movement again. Everything's staying outside, though.
Remember, no shot clock in high school basketball. Here is jumper for 3.
That looked
just
good.
Missed. Nice rotation, but did not go.
Just a hair short.
40-39. Greenville can take the lead on this possession.
And we're going in on 1 minute.
Driving the baseline, cut off. Back outside, the ball goes for Greenville.
I thought he was going to let him go. He did it. Good call by the official.
Traveling call.
Got a little lazy.
Harper Rice for Greenville.
Yep.
51 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Chris Whitus in the ballgame for the Lions, and Anthony Zarita goes to the bench. Inbounds play on the far side for the Wildcats, and Jensen gets it in to Walker. Across the midcourt line, and Walker on a runner, rattles off, no good, but the Wildcats get the offensive board. And now driving the right side, and a whistle.
Offense.
It's going to be an offensive foul.
That's a good call.
I have that as Craddock. No, 10.
No, it's going to be
Ross.
It's his first. Good idea, but Greenville did a good job of holding their stance.
Dwayne Ross trying to drive inside and called for charging. So 26 seconds on the clock. Greenville has the ball.
I'm fine with that charging because that was an aggressive move toward the basket.
40-39, the Wildcats lead, tipped out of bounds by, I think, Walker, and Greenville keeps the ball.
17 seconds left.
Brendan Knoll, the big center who had been out of the ball game, comes back in, and sitting down is Emmanuel Kayembe.
That's a big boy.
Yep.
I hope we can get by without fouling because they would be at the bonus if we foul. Looks like they're going to wait for one, hopefully.
11 seconds on the clock. They get it down low. Now goes back outside, and a pull-up jumper is off and rebounded by Greenville on the offensive board with 1 second showing. Whitus for three, no good.
Good job of finishing out.
Harper Rice missed a shot. Lions got the rebound off the floor, and then the shot at the buzzer, no good. So we go to the fourth quarter. Sulphur Springs leading by one, 40-39. This is Wildcats basketball on KSST. Okay. Levels okay? Wildcat basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Going to the fourth quarter, the Wildcats lead 40-39. Sulphur Springs has the ball. Jensen jumper gets it in to Leland Walker. Walker on the dribble. Wildcats keeping it outside, and we have a traveling call against Sulphur Springs.
Dwayne Ross just drug his foot just a little.
And bounce play.
We got to really work on these turnovers in the fourth quarter.
And bounce play for Greenville, and Brendan Knoll gets it in. And here's the ball taken away by Schubert for Sulphur Springs. Here come the Wildcats leading by one.
We're not overly tall, but we got some long arms out there.
There's Jenner Hare over on the far side. Now in the corner near side. Schubert driving the baseline. What a move!
Oh.
Couldn't get it to go.
That one would have been on ESPN.
Little jackknife move there by Schubert.
He got it up there right.
Wildcats lead 40-39. Here's a three-pointer for Greenville. Rattles off, but offensive board taken by the Lions. And back up there with the ball is Damian Rodriguez, who got the rebound. Great job by Rodriguez.
That's still our Achilles heel right now, is rebounding on their end of the field. They are their end of the floor.
41-40 after that bucket by Rodriguez for Greenville, following up on his rebound. Wildcats in the front court, working the ball. Backing in, and now a pass back outside to Leland Walker. Walker with a spin move to Hare. In the corner over on the far side, this is Schubert, I think, and Schubert a nice move down the baseline, up with the shot, and it would not go. Schubert, the offensive board, the follow-up no good, but there's a foul as we come back up the floor.
And I think Schubert got another foul, which will be 4 on him if that's the case. Yep. Frustrating foul there. He's gotten 2 fouls at the end of play. 30-second timeout by Greenville.
41-40. Greenville with the lead. I would say Sulphur Springs has led in this game more than half of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, well over half, I would say. But
yeah.
That's not how it works.
We've got to get on the defensive board down there. That if it wasn't for Greenville's offensive rebounding, we'd be up 10.
As Tony pointed out to you a moment ago, Jackson Schubert in foul trouble with 4 for Sulphur Springs. Greenville has nobody with, well, I take it back, Parker Jarvis has 3.
Yep.
Started to say nobody with more than 2, but Jarvis has 3.
And for Greenville only had one foul. Both teams just had 1 foul in the third quarter. We had 4, they had 1. That's what it is. So Greenville's surprisingly low on fouls.
Wildcats still in that 2-3 zone. Pierre Dunn brings it across the midcourt line for the Lions. He's picked up by Leland Walker. Dunn dribbling to the left side. Now to Damian Rodriguez. Now over on the far side, Chris Whitus has it. Lions.
Good defense, good movement.
Greenville being very patient right now. Driving to the baseline. And now Knoll gets the dish and able to bank it off the glass for the bucket.
That's just kind of being a bully right there.
Brendan Knoll has 8 points in the game. Now the Lions give it up, or the Wildcats give it up against the Lions full court press coming back up the floor.
That's where they're going to make their money is full court press 100% of the time and try to wear you out.
43-40, Greenville leads, and Greenville has the ball.
And right now our senior Argenbrights in the locker room don't know what's up. That's affecting us getting the ball. We got 4 sophomores.
Greenville on attack in the front court. Argenbright went to the locker room a few minutes ago. We thought maybe he got popped in the nose. And a baseline jumper from 16 feet on the far side, no good. For Greenville, the Wildcats rebound, but now Greenville takes it back, and we have a foul.
Craddock's going to get that one, and that was a good foul, good hard foul. Didn't give him easy bucket, so that's going to be Rice getting more free throws. He's
Harper
2 for
Rice
2. He's 4 for 4.
He has 9 points in the game, and this shot is perfect.
That's why he bends those knees. He's got a good arch, good release.
Yep, absolutely. So 10 points for Harper Rice. Second shot coming, a 4-point lead for Greenville, 44-40, 5-12 left to go in the ball game. Next shot also good. Man, he looks good.
We don't want to foul him later on down in the line.
That's right. Full court pressure in the backcourt as the Lions have been doing that all game long. Wildcats now get it across the midcourt line. Jensen Hare to Jensen Jumper.
I don't know.
Jenner Hare, I should say.
Got a timeout here. Mitchum didn't like what's going on there.
Wildcats down
54.
45-40 with 4:54 to go. It's Wildcats basketball on KSST.
Full timeout.
Okay.
Jensen Hare is going to have to take a 3. He's been open 3 or 4 times and not even showing like he's going to go, and they're not having to go out on him.
I said Jensen, but it's Jenner.
Jenner?
Yeah. So it's come down to the last, 4 minutes?
4:54.
So almost 5 minutes. And Greenville now with, I believe this is their biggest lead, Tony, at 5.
I'm pretty sure it is. We've yet to score in the fourth quarter.
It has been tight all the way.
Right now, Greenville's beating us on the boards, on the offensive boards for sure, but we're not getting very many second shots at our end. They're living in the lane, getting shots on their end.
Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 15-9.
Here comes Argenbright back out, so
that's
hopefully
encouraging.
It looks like he's got a bandage on South there. He must have gotten
above his eye.
Bump on the eyebrow on that right side. That won't slow him down.
Wildcats have the ball. And the ball knocked free there. But Sulphur Springs gets it back. Loose ball.
That's not over and back. That ball got tipped.
Well, that's what I thought too.
I think we lost one there, and here comes Argenbright back in the ball game. That should have been either a foul or let it go because it was not back court.
Damian Rodriguez inbounds for Greenville. Lions in the front court with a 5-point lead, 45-40, and 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Corbin Argenbright, as Tony said, back in the ball game for Sulphur Springs. And here's a three-pointer, rattles off for Greenville, and a long rebound for Sulphur Springs, coming back up the floor, but it's a traveling call against the Wildcats. Out of control there.
That's what it was. That's a Young getting too anxious. It's one thing to run, but you got to run under control.
Dwayne Ross for Sulphur Springs got the rebound, and then on the run gets called for the travel.
Just a matter of Greenville got back, and he wasn't expecting them.
Leland Walker into the game for Dwayne Ross. 4 minutes to go. Lions on attack against the Sulphur Springs zone. And a timeout for Greenville called by Lions head coach Jeff Smith.
3:59 left, just a 30-second.
Sulphur Springs on top 45-40. Lions in their first game of the season here tonight. Wildcats, their second game, they lost to Canton Saturday 69-67 in overtime. Next game for Sulphur Springs on the road at Van next Tuesday night. Next home game for the Wildcats, Tuesday, December 9th against Athens. We'll have the broadcast of that game for you on KSST. Of course, Wildcats football Friday night as we have an area round game against the Alvarado Indians at Children's Health Stadium in Prosper. Big game for Wildcat football. And you can hear the game on KSST. And if you're anywhere else outside of Hopkins County, you can hear it on KSSTradio.com. Inbounds play for Greenville. Harper Rice gets it in to Pierre Dunn. And the Wildcats getting more aggressive on defense here, but we have a foul call.
Nothing's going on Argenbright there. No, it's on Argenbright.
Second foul.
Second. I think they said jumper, but it wasn't.
Second foul on Argenbright. Inbounds play for Greenville over on the far side at midcourt. Now they're content to take some time off the clock here
that's
somewhat.
The thing right now.
And now Walker steals it for Sulphur Springs, but the Lions get it back as Whitus comes up with it. And it's over the baseline, but it goes back to Greenville.
Good job by Hare coming back in. He just couldn't secure it to stay in bounds. So Greenville's got it under the bucket. This has been the end that's hurt us, is under Greenville's bucket.
Inbounds play on the baseline. They go outside. And there's a zone trap for Sulphur Springs. And we have a tie ball, and it goes.
It's going to stay down there, but that's just like a turnover since they already had it. That's in my book. That's what it is.
Ball stays with Greenville. Inbounds play on the far side. And they get it in to Pierre Dunn.
I think that's going to be Argenbright again. They're sure.
Foul called, and so that should be the third foul on Corbin Argenbright for Sulphur Springs.
All of a sudden, they don't like contact down at this end. That's our fourth, so they're going to, and Greenville has yet to be called for a foul.
They get it into Harper Rice. Lions controlling the ball here. Up high, now down low to Whitus. Jumper off the backboard for 2 points for Chris Whitus, his first bucket of the evening, and a great pass there by Pierre Dunn.
Foul is on Schubert. That's 5 for him.
And the foul also will give Chris Whitus a chance for a 3-point play, and out of the ball game, Jackson Schubert with his 5th foul. Schubert leads with 4 points.
Right now, they've definitely got a little difference of opinion on the whistles.
47-40 now as Whitus misses the free throw. Greenville with a 7-point lead. Wildcats cross midcourt. Jenner Hare gives it up. Here comes Whitus on the run for Greenville. He will take it all the way and gets the layup to go. Chris Whitus, his second straight basket.
But they just went up strong.
Yeah, it's a
They're all over them. They better call a foul. That's going to go on
9 point.
Noel, that's his third, or Noel.
9 point lead for Greenville. That is their biggest lead.
They've only been called for 2 fouls in the entire second half, and with a full court press, that's not right. I'm not blaming it on the officials, the ball game, but you got to realize that.
And here's another takeaway by Whitus, who all of a sudden has come to the fore for Greenville.
2:30 on the ball game.
Lions working the ball. This is Collis Elston. And now Damian Rodriguez.
Three-pointer.
Nails a three-pointer. And it is a 12-point Greenville lead with 2:17 to go. Greenville taking over here in the fourth quarter.
We've still yet to score in the fourth.
You're right. And this is Wildcats basketball on KSST.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to have 2 fouls on Greenville and their full court pressing for the entire half. That's where Mitchum's got to get them. Get out there and talk to them.
50-40, 52-40. Sulphur Springs leading now. Sulphur Springs led going to the fourth quarter 40-39. And let's see, Greenville has scored 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13. They have outscored Greenville 13-0 here in the fourth quarter.
Yep. And then like I say, I don't like to blame it on officiating, but they have been real aggressive and full court pressing the entire game. They've only gotten called for 2 fouls in the entire second half. And I promise you that's not legit. But good training tool for these kids. See if we can get ready.
Wildcats have an inbounds play as Corbin Argenbright gets it in. Argenbright was out of the game for several minutes, has a bandage over his right eye after he came back from the locker room. Wildcats get it into the front court. Here is Jenner Hare with a runner that bounces twice on the rim but won't go. And the rebound for Greenville by Harper
They got
Rice.
it back. We stole it.
Wildcats get it back. Greenville knocks it out of bounds over the baseline.
Walker knocked it off of the player. Good hustle play. Wildcats get another try.
Inbounds play on the baseline. Great pass.
There we go.
Argenbright by Jensen jumper, and Argenbright with the banker off the glass for the bucket. That's the first basket of
the quarter.
Of the fourth quarter for Sulphur Springs, 52-42, 10-point lead.
Walker's foul, and we're going to the free throw line for 2. They're in there for the entire rest of the game. That's going to be 0, Dunn. Pierre
Dunn going to the line and makes the shot.
They're looking good on their free throws.
Gives him 6 points in the game.
I see 4 empties, and there's the 5th one.
This is the shot. The second shot, and the Wildcats come up with it.
Finally.
On the dribble for Sulphur Springs, Jensen jumper, and he's called
number 5.
It is Chris Whitus who gets called for the foul here for Greenville. Yep. Whitus, his second foul.
Second foul.
Wildcats still contending with that Greenville full court pressure in the backcourt, but they do get it across the midcourt line. Jensen jumper. Now it's Corbin Argenbright. Back to jumper. And pulls up from the left heel. Comes up a little bit short. Argenbright. No, it's Jenner Hare with the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Now Argenbright for 3.
There we go.
And nails it.
Badly needed there.
Corbin Argenbright.
All 5 points in the fourth quarter.
14 points in the game for Argenbright. 53-45. Three-pointer is no good for Greenville. The rebound to Leland Walker for the Wildcats. So it's an 8-point lead with a minute to go. for Greenville. And in the corner, Argenbright rattles one off, but the offensive board taken for Sulphur Springs, and back up with the bucket. That's good. That is Deshaun Craddock.
2 plus the foul.
He was fouled.
I didn't see who the foul was.
So 53-47, it's a 6-point lead for Greenville with 48.5 seconds to go, and Craddock with a chance for a 3-point play for the Wildcats. And he misses the shot off the back iron, but it's tapped around, and finally Greenville comes up with the ball, but we have a foul. Damian Rodriguez came down with it, and he was fouled by whom?
We had a bunch in there. 11, Jones.
T.J. Jones.
His first.
So 41.9 seconds, and going to the line.
Rodriguez going for 2.
Damian Rodriguez, who has 8 points in the game, does not have a free throw. Shot on the way and rattles off the back iron, no good.
So a better first half than second half for the Wildcats tonight, but still a good second game of the season and a home opener.
Second shot also no good. And Jenner Hare with the rebound for Sulphur Springs.
Number 3's getting that one. That's his second.
Harper Rice.
That's just make numbers look a little better.
That's their 4th in the quarter. Scoreboard says.
Yep.
Wildcats have 5, so Greenville is in the bonus here. 37 seconds to go. Can Sulphur Springs come back from a 6-point deficit? 3-point shot rattles off for the Wildcats. That was Jensen jumper. Greenville the rebound with 22 seconds to go, leading 53-47.
Greenville will try to run it out now, but Walker came in, took the foul.
Pierre Dunn, Greenville point guard, was fouled. And it is a bonus situation, so Dunn going to the line. Dunn just 5'5", they say.
He's not real tall, but he's quick.
125 pounds. Shot is no good off the heel. And Greenville takes a timeout with 17 seconds left to go. Did you say that's a full timeout?
Yes,
it is.
That's all they've got left.
53-47. Greenville leads it by 6. This is Wildcats basketball on KSST. Six, 7, 8, 10, 14. Sulphur Springs has outscored Greenville 14-7 here in the fourth quarter. Tony, I think, wasn't it 13-0 at one point in the fourth quarter?
I believe you're right. We were way late.
Wildcats led 40-39 going to the fourth quarter. I tell you, losing Corbin Argenbright for a few minutes there.
That hurt with transition from one end to the other because he was always in the middle of taking charge. Greenville's good at pressing.
Yep.
They've had the benefit of a little extra aggressiveness in this half, but they've still done a good job.
53-47, a 6-point lead for Greenville. 17 seconds left to go in the ball game. Pierre Dunn at the line makes the shot.
1 out of 2.
He had missed the previous shot before the timeout. 54-47. Leland Walker working in the backcourt, guarded by Dunn. And only now gets it across the midcourt line to Jenner Hare into the corner for 3. Got it.
There we go.
For Sulphur Springs.
11, Jones.
And that is T.J. Jones with a 3-pointer. And at the buzzer now, the Wildcats will go down 54-50.
Well, it looks a little better anyway.
Sulphur Springs made a little run there.
Yeah.
As Greenville got up to a 12-point lead there midway through the fourth quarter. The Wildcats cut that down to 4 at the end. So it's a 54-50 Greenville win, a hotly contested and fiercely fought basketball game here at Wildcat Gym. The first home game of the season for Sulphur Springs, and the first game of the season for the Greenville Lions. So we'll come back and recap when the Wildcats basketball on KSST continues after this. Give us 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, I've got Jumper with 16, Walker with 7, Ross with 5.
I got
Jones.
Walker with 4.
You got Walker with 4?
Yep. I don't.
No, you're right. I'm just misreading my writing. You're right.
Okay.
Did you have TJ Jones with 1 point there in the first quarter? No. That's right. Okay, we are recapping the scoring here for Sulphur Springs. And Tony, I hope you wrote the final score down, because
54-50.
Because they turned the scoreboard off on us, which does happen from time to time. We're trying to total the individual scoring here for Sulphur Springs, and we got caught kind of in the middle here. I know that Jensen Jumper, Tony, I've got him with 16 points, the sophomore.
Yep.
11 in the first half. Corbin Argenbright, 7-9, 11, 14. Yeah, 14 points for the senior Corbin Argenbright. Leland Walker with 4. Dwayne Ross with 5. TJ Jones had 3, and that came just at the end of the game there.
Yep.
And I've got Deshaun Craddock with 4.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. All right, so the leading scorers for the Wildcats, Jensen Jumper with 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers in the game tonight. Impressed by him. 16 points. And for Greenville, let's see if we can do this on the fly. Harper Rice it is, had 11 points, looks like. Pierre Dunn ended up with, I have him with 7. Brandon Knoll, I think, was a big factor in the game, the center for Greenville, and he had...
It didn't have but 8 points, but they were big. That's all I've got for him.
I must have scratched one out, because if I did scratch it out, you're right, that's 8 points.
1 in each quarter.
Yeah, okay. A lot of very active on the boards there for Greenville, especially on the offensive board. Chris Whitus, 2 baskets in the fourth quarter, and didn't do much the first 3 quarters, but he was a key guy for them going down the stretch, both on offense and defense.
I'm missing a bucket somewhere.
Yeah, well, that'll happen. Collis Elston I have with 12 points for Greenville.
Yep, that's what I got.
And you hear them making a lot of noise as they go off the court here. So that's about it for our score sheet here tonight, and it's a 54-50 Greenville win over Sulphur Springs. Let me see, if I can tally up what the scoring was for each team in the fourth quarter. 1, 2, 5, 7,
13
9
to 10. What I got, but it may be
11,
15
13.
to 10.
I got 15.
Yep.
I've got 15 for Greenville, and Sulphur Springs with a little bit of a run there at the end. 3, 5, 8, 10. Yeah.
Yep.
15 to 10 in the fourth quarter for
That
Greenville.
was a little misleading, because we had 5 in the last minute.
Yeah.
But
so,
we'll take it.
The Wildcats then will go to 0-2, having lost to Canton on Saturday 69-67. In overtime, Greenville will be 1-0. Wildcats' next game is at Van next Tuesday night, November 25th. They do not play Friday. Next home game, Tuesday, December 9th against Athens. We'll have the broadcast of that game for you. Lady Cats at Gilmer tonight. I expect we'll have the score of that game tomorrow morning on KSST. Next home game that we will broadcast, night home game for the Lady Cats, will be versus Caddo Mills on December 19th. And we will have that game for you on KSST. So a 54-50 Greenville win over the Wildcats, and the home opener for the Wildcats tonight, or 54-50 win for the Lions, I should say. But the Wildcats in their home opener tonight, going down to the Greenville Lions. Of course, football Friday night, the area round game, the Alvarado Indians, the opposition for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. The game coming to you.
Victim.
Say again?
The next victim.
The game at Prosper's Children's Health Stadium. And if you went to the game against Alvarado there last year, you know that is a spectacular facility, and you'll enjoy going there again, or you'll enjoy going for the first time this coming Friday night if you didn't go last year. But should be a fantastic ball game as the Wildcats meet the 10-0 Alvarado Indians at 7:30. And we'll have the broadcast for you on KSST. Wildcats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Tracks. James Terry, our producer, Matt Jensen, our technical director and video producer, Tony Flippett, of course, our color commentator, and our intern tonight for the first time, and we hope for many times to come, Carter Kephart. So 54-50, a Greenville win over the Sulphur Springs Wildcats tonight, and we say goodnight from Wildcat Jim. Okay, thank you, James. Okay, very good. Oh, James, so you've got the morning show stuff for tomorrow then? Okay, very good. Thanks a lot.